Andy?
No, I mean you're the director, Peter. Please be my guest.
Okay. Our Lead is about two parents, Thomas and Ann, who go to this RV park, and their daughter goes missing within the first 10 minutes of the film. So it's kind of a whodunit, who took the kid mystery, thriller. Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's called a psychological thriller.
Psychological thriller.
I think that's your genre.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what this is. It was really nice to see it with an audience. This is the first time I saw it with a full audience. I mean, I've tested it with like smaller audiences and some friends, but this was the first time I got to see it with like a non.
Chosen.
Yeah. Not a family and friends, right?
Unpaid. Yes, an unpaid audience.
And
Nobody left.
No one
right?
threw tomatoes. So
No
I
one
think
threw tomatoes?
No, they actually really enjoyed it. They enjoyed Tom and Ann's performances a lot, and they really liked the film. And I wrote it. It took me 3 weeks to write it, about 7 years to get the financing, which is always the hardest to do, right? And then I had Tom on first. He came on.
I was on third.
And then no, you came on second. You came on
I
next.
was on third base.
Oh.
Who was up first?
See?
Thank you.
And then I remember
We're all
sitting down
waking up.
with Ann. Oh, it's the altitude. I can't put two
No,
seconds.
I'm with you. That's why I'm letting you tell.
So 3 weeks later, and then Ann came on. We had a lovely meeting at this restaurant, and I was really ecstatic that I thought they were perfect. I didn't know they had worked together before, and then when they came on set, they had such great chemistry, and that's why.
And then he realized that we did a TV show together for 3.5 years.
Yeah.
We didn't know how to work together with him.
Yeah.
How was it for you guys working together again?
Well, I mean, that's why we wanted to do it.
It's
An
the
opportunity to work with somebody. You keep them in the. You can't wait for the next time, but when
It only took him 7 years to want to work with me again. So that's how much
He was
of an
waiting the
impact I
7
had.
years for this
Yeah,
movie to come together.
Yeah, 7 years for me to forget what it was like working with her.
And then you have to re-remember.
Try that again, yeah.
It's like childbirth.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you
what
have to
have we
forget
done?
it so you have another one.
What have we done now?
Yeah.
It's a twisty story, and the characters are multifaceted, right? So the story plays on two different levels, and I wanted the chance to do some acting with a woman who can fucking act. You just want to, you know what I mean? It's like you're a saxophone player. You're like, I want a fucking drummer, man. I want somebody who can just keep up with me.
So I'm the percussion section.
Rock and roll.
I read the script and I thought it was so interesting. I mean, it is a psychological thriller, but it's also a story about two people who are experiencing loss and the amount of risk that they're going to take to continue to be together as a couple through the sorrow of what they're facing and the consequences that they're facing with the choices that they've made, and how far you'll go to love, and it just turns out so rotten for them, and the journey that they have to take through it is a
It's very painful
fascinating,
to
winding
watch them go through the journey.
Everything goes wrong.
That's
They do
it. Everything.
wrong.
It
People
just,
die.
One mistake
they're
after
just trying to get
another.
their kid back.
And it just
They end up
isn't.
killing people, and this is awful. They just dig themselves in so
Deeper.
I think there's when someone, it's the parent's worst nightmare to have
Yes.
your kid go missing. But when that happens, I think there's a moment where you would do irrational things because you're that desperate to get your child back. So there's a lot of times where someone says, "Hey, that person might have your kid." You're gonna go the distance to find out if that person has your kid, and they do. They go to great lengths to try to get their kid back.
Well, there was always something interesting about the script to me too, because there are a lot of red herrings, as there is in a thriller. But every single red herring made so much sense that it really made it interesting, because everybody could be to blame equally, and I thought that was really wonderful, because you believe these parents would do. So it's not a red herring just because that would be an interesting turn. It's everybody was set up beautifully to offer twists and turns in the story, which I really liked.
Hour of Lead is an Emily Dickinson poem, and for me, it opens the movie with her poem. It's kind of hard to decipher, but for me, it meant that hour of heaviness, when you have something really harsh happen in your life, there's this moment of heaviness that you go through, and this is their hour of lead. I had an RV, and I used to go RVing with my kids, and I took a trip from New York to LA, 30 days in a motorhome. And it was such a great, fun trip. And I remember pulling into this one RV park, and there were some gunshots. And I went to the front desk, and I said, "There's gunshots." And he said, "Oh, there's a prison a couple of miles down the road. They sometimes do tests." He said, 2-3 gunshots are okay. Anything more, come to the front desk right away." So I was like, "Oh." So I started thinking, well, what would happen if there was an escaped inmate? What would happen if one of my kids went missing? What would you do if this horrific thing happened amongst such beauty? You're out in the woods, and these, birds are chirping, and leaves, and then you're like, having this horrific experience amongst the backdrop of this beautiful nature. And that just set everything kind of turning.
It was so beautiful too, I have to say. So pretty to see it on a big screen. I was just so impressed. I mean, we were there a year ago, but it's so gorgeous. The way you shot it, it's just so beautiful. So beautiful.
I was so
Yay.
happy. Yeah.
Right. No.
I mean,
Thank
it's such
you.
a great festival. I was a judge the first year, and to watch
cool.
it grow from the first year, and then the first year is actually really well done. Usually the first year of the festival, it's like chaotic, but I didn't even realize it was the first year because it was just like so well organized, and I had such a great time. And then I was invited to screen it here and have the world premiere, and I thought, I'm so excited because I have a lot of friends that run the festival and a lot of friends that are having movies here, and I knew they would have a blast here too. So I was in 1995. I had a movie at the Sundance Film Festival. And it reminds me of like the early days of Sundance Film Festival, just that intimacy of the young filmmakers, and before. And I'm nothing against Sundance. I love Sundance, but it started getting really commercial at one point, and it feels like the early days of that. Well, I mean, festivals. I think when you have movies that are going on the big screens, the 3,500 screens. They've kind of pared them down to mostly nowadays Marvel movies and big studio pictures, and then a little smaller films get lost in the shuffle. And to have film festivals where a movie can get a buzz and get a word of mouth, people talking about it, I think that's really important. Because people need to be able to find movies, and film festivals give that opportunity for the public to find it. Without the bigger studios telling you have to watch this.
And then it's like a proof of concept for the buyers. Oh, there's an audience out there because this played so well at that festival. So that's kind of helps them because buyers are so afraid nowadays. So they need a little proof before they buy.
Sure. We were lucky that we had a distributor already. So I wasn't thinking about going the festival route because we had distribution, but we got invited to the Mammoth Film Festival, and I thought this would be the perfect place to have like the world premiere for it and to actually start a buzz for the film before it opens a couple months from now.
2001.
Of course,
Yeah,
tearjerker. When you
throw
get to
that
the black
phone
box
up in
and
the
then you
air,
get to the end, you're like, what? It's just a black box?
No,
That's all life is? Oh my lord.
I start crying.
It's a
Yeah. It's a tearjerker.
Some people say Kramer versus Kramer, other people say 2001. It's a toss-up.
Just depends on your
Either one is just a
level of
just a
understanding.
devastating bad.
That's all.
I was gonna say Schindler's List.
Right.
I'll go back and rewatch
Yeah.
it.
It's so obvious. Come on.
True romance for me. The end.
What, Brandon?
Yes, we
We're getting ready to
happen
do
to
our
have
next
another
movie.
project we might be doing very, very shortly.
Necessary Evil.
It's called Necessary Evil.
Am I directing this?
And when we're not a couple in it.
You're coming up soon.
Now we're
I mean, I think they should do a lot of movies together. Watching them on film is so much fun because they just have such great chemistry. And I remember watching it again a couple of days ago. I was just watching it to check a couple of things on film. And there's some scenes in there that remember the scene where you hit him with the phone in the face, and they kept going. Like there's a scene where he comes out and she goes to grab the phone and he flicks it and it hits his chin, and he's actually bleeding in the scene. And then naturally, she was like, "Are you okay?" And they kept going. And I kept it in the movie because it was such a great moment and so real.
Because it's so natural
And it's
that I
so
beat him up.
natural.
She hits me
And
every
he's so
day.
used to it that we can just keep picking up and
And
going
later in the
on.
tape, there's like literally you can see blood on his
If I
chin.
tell
like
her
a
how
little
much
nick.
I like it, she stops.
But I
I
love
gotta pretend a little bit. Oh, you hit me. And that
they
keeps
just
it
have
going.
such such great chemistry, and like just to watch them work together is just fun. I mean, in real life, they're fun to watch too. I stare.
We're here for your entertainment.
I mean, they put a restraining order.
Tuesday
against
night on.
staring in their window all the time.
That's where that scene comes from. To be, oh my God, it's you looking at us. I see. Oh, Star Wars.
Alien.
Alien, yeah.
Yes, I was 8.
Same.
My parents took me 8 years old to see Alien. It changed my life.
Wow.
That started you on a path.
Explains a
didn't
lot,
it?
right?
It does explain a
That
lot.
was my first one too.
Yeah?
My dad.
Wow.
Actually,
Look
I
at that.
changed mine with Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple.
No, it wasn't Shirley Temple. It was what's the one? Annie. Annie. Was
Annie Hall.
No, because my dad.
Annie Hall.
I was no Annie.
What
Redhead
about
Annie. Because I was. My
The
dad
sun will
wanted to
come out
take- yeah,
tomorrow.
that's it.
That one.
My dad
The
wanted
bald
to take
guy.
me to Raiders. My
Yeah.
dad wanted to take me to Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I thought it was like a religious movie because it sounded like a. You know,
Raiders and God
so
go
I
together.
remember- Well, yeah. So
Yeah.
because it was like looking for some lost ark, and so I was crying because I wanted to see Annie.
That's Noah's
So,
Ark.
The
Yeah,
man with the
I was 8
gold-
years
There were a lot of
old.
animals.
So he took me to see Annie.
No,
Oh my
auditions always
God.
go so well. I mean, I've always been perfect. What about you, Peter?
I've never lost a job.
No, me neither. Hello, I've never been third in line. You?
Straight off her own.
Yeah, I mean, come on. And I started with $1 million. I don't know about you guys, but that's what they
No, I
started
think
offering
everyone
me.
here has had off water.
I can't remember. It's been so
I
long
mean,
since
since
I've had
anybody,
auditions.
since you did anything
So,
wrong.
Asking an actor to tell stories about awful auditions is so. Nobody wants to go back.
Oh my God.
Ooh,
Do we have to pick one?
No, I actually do have one. What,
Oh, Edge of
American?
Tomorrow. I liked Edge of Tomorrow, right? That was a fucking good movie. That's a great
what's the
movie.
one where he was the drugs? American.
Never mind. I
American
already
Made.
answered the question.
What he said.
It's too late.
Yeah.
Jerry Maguire was good.
Oh.
That's great.
I mean, Jeremy Maguire, Top Gun, Edge of Tomorrow.
I mean,
Maybe Tropic Thunder.
Whatever.
who knew that we were such fans? If we're like listing them off, we know every single one of
What's
his
the movie?
movies.
He jumped on the couch.
Risky business.
That was an Oprah interview. Can you do it for us? Can you audition to be Tom Cruise doing the Oprah interview, and then we'll tell you if it's a good audition or not? Uh-huh.
Oh, that's pretty good. Oh my God.
Lord of the Rings for me.
Next question. Yeah. Give us something good.
Favorite actor growing up?
Oh,
Tom
that's
Cruise.
A good one. Jimmy Dean. Jimmy Dean. When I was a teenager, that was the guy for me. And then it was McQueen. And then it was Montgomery Clift, Brando, Robert Shaw. And it just goes on and on from there. But for the first actor where I was like, what the is he doing was James Dean. Unbelievable. Beautiful, beautiful work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dean.